There is a massive shift happening right now with generative AI video models that is making motion look incredibly believable and human. We have moved past the days of rubbery limbs and strange movements, but there is a big difference between a cool demo and actually growing an audience. Today, I want to pull back the curtain on my specific workflow for using these raw AI clips and turning them into social-ready content. The secret weapon in my creator stack is Vizard, a tool that handles the heavy lifting of editing and distribution. First, let's talk about the big leap forward in motion capabilities with these new 12.2 style models. When you prompt something complex, like a gymnast performing an intricate move, the limbs and timing finally feel like they possess real physics. It feels like the characters actually have weight, which is a major step up from the animated, stretchy mannequins we were dealing with just months ago. However, consistency is still a mixed bag, and I have found that different models handle anatomy in very different ways. Some platforms excel at energetic movement, but they still struggle to keep human anatomy intact during really fast, complex actions. Other models seem to completely ignore gravity, leading to characters that float or hover in ways that just look slightly off. Then there is the 5-second limitation, which makes it nearly impossible to tell a complete cohesive story with a beginning, middle, and end. If you try to storyboard a fight sequence, you need choreography, but most generators just output disjointed or incomplete flashes of action. Even when the movement is coherent, it is often just a tease that leaves you wanting more narrative payoff. Beyond just motion, I ran into 3 recurring technical headaches across almost every platform I tested for this project. Sound is the first issue, as many models generate distracting, music-heavy audio that is hard to use for professional content. I much prefer getting clean audio stems so I have full control over the mix, rather than a canned music bed that ruins the vibe. The second problem is typography. Because even if a model produces decent visuals, the text in the scene is usually complete gibberish. While it is slowly getting better, I would never rely on a generative model for perfect, readable, in-frame typography. The third issue is image to video, where some engines will prioritize movement so aggressively that they completely warp the original textures. This is great for quick visual experiments, but it is not reliable if you are trying to maintain a consistent brand look. This brings me to why I need a tool like Vizard to actually bridge the gap between raw, messy files and social media growth. Vizard does not pretend to be the generator, but instead acts as the editor and producer that hunts for the viral gold. It takes my raw material and turns it into content I can schedule and publish without having to manually edit every single clip. First, the auto-editing feature is a lifesaver because it scans through my long sessions to find the exact moments that are ready to perform. I can take a 5-second action shot and instantly format it into a punchy TikTok vertical, while the highlights become YouTube Shorts hooks. Instead of spending hours hunting through hours of footage, I get dozens of candidate clips in just a few minutes of effort. Second, the auto-schedule feature removes the stress of trying to time your uploads across different global time zones. You can fill your calendar with the clips the AI thinks will work best, ensuring your channel has a consistent rhythm of new content. Third, the content calendar feature acts as a centralized command center to tweak captions, change thumbnails, and modify posts. You stop juggling spreadsheets and multiple dashboards because everything you need for the final polish is in one place. Most generators are only focused on pixel quality and motion, but Vizard is focused on the distribution side of the pipeline. Here are a few concrete ways I use this stack to maximize my creative output every single week. I generate 30 to 40 raw clips from my prompts, feed them all into Vizard, and let it suggest the best platform-specific versions. Then I take the top 10, add my own personal polish, and schedule them to go out over the next 2 weeks automatically. I also use the cropping and subtitle tools to ensure the first 2 seconds of every video is a high-impact hook. Mobile viewers need that vertical framing and text, so Vizard helps make sure the action is perfectly centered for those feeds. If an AI-generated clip has some flaws, like that garbage text I mentioned, I just remix it into a behind-the-scenes reaction clip. It is all about taking imperfect AI outputs and turning them into authentic, relatable content for my community. Finally, we have to talk about the economics of scale, because these AI generator credits can add up quickly if you are not careful. Vizard provides immense value by reducing my manual editing time, which directly lowers the cost per post for my business. When you are scaling a channel, efficiency is not just a nice to have, it is the difference between surviving and thriving. My advice for anyone experimenting right now is to capture everything in high quality RAW, even if the clips are short. Ignore the built-in music beds, keep your audio stems clean, and handle your text overlays in your editing software later. These motion models are amazing for pushing boundaries, but they are just the raw clay you need to mold into a full strategy. For creators who want real audience growth, you need that editorial layer that stitches moments into a consistent social calendar. If you follow this workflow, you will stop producing occasional, isolated clips and start building a repeatable, high-output content machine. It will take you from saying wow to a cool demo to actually doubling your channel engagement in a single month. So try incorporating Vizard as the glue in your stack and watch how quickly your output starts to resonate with your audience.